So then, we are back with more understandings from the Renewed Covenant, from the Aramaic English translation of the Word. This translation from the original manuscripts of the Hebrews of old, from the time of Israel, from the prophets of Israel, giving us then future understandings and prophecies so we can take our bearings in terms of what to do in the future and what's coming from the future. We can understand many areas of where the Messiah, he was speaking during his time. He was given then the understandings of the Torah per times and seasons. These days where we were then find no understanding of this moment is we were given this wrong scripture. We were given this scandalized scripture. We understand we were given twistings, and the scripture never works. However, if you then begin to read from the original manuscripts, then you begin to find the original mandates of the Messiah and what he meant. However, when you begin to understand then these areas, then Shaul in the 5th chapter of Thessalonians, of the first set of Megillahs, he then speaks. It's saying, but concerning the times and the seasons, my brothers, it's not required that you then should write, or then he should write to them while he was speaking. It's not then for him to take the time and write the signs regarding the times of the end, because this is precisely what he was doing. He was indicating them what would be coming in the near future, the sign of the coming of the Messiah as a thief at night. But then he speaks then in terms of the seasons and the times. He's speaking of the holy Mikras, Moadim, or the feast is found in Leviticus the 23rd chapter. So then he's writing to those people over there and say, in regards to these, you don't have to be taught anymore because you were born understanding these areas. However, we Gentiles, we were never. So at this time where then this scandalizing period of time of 1,000 years then is gone, we understand it was done in 2009, those times are gone. It won't have much deliverance of then the information if a person is not firm in terms of the truth returning. So as the truth then returns, we of the Messiah must be firm when we explain. Because it's no longer, it's your opinion. No, it's not my opinion. That's the plan of salvation of the Gentiles. Either you believe it or we don't believe it. But we believe, but it's in another way. There is no other way. What other way are you speaking of? What kind of a Messiah do you believe in? And then they have to explain it. And then the Messiah said he would build his holy tabernacles upon the truth of the apostles' foundation, then of the prophets. And when the foundation is firm, then there is no other type of doctrine that comes against the Messiah's understandings. It's as if a person is a rock. Any kind of a doctrine coming against it gets busted. He's not against the person or the people. He's against the junk that comes out of their mouths. Because unknowingly they speak doctrines of demons while they themselves must be preserved. They must make a distinction what they speak versus who they are. There is only a plan of salvation, a plan only. Holy cities. And we report to the holy cities. We have then the understanding of the truth, and we must reject the old junkies. The Messiah said, at the end of time, many would come in his name, speaking doctrines of demons. Where do you find the Messiah in the Holy of Holies? How come we don't have holy cities? So the holy cities are returning. And as per the prophecy of Yeshayahu, we find then in Congo is going to have the first holy city. Because it states, tabernacling amongst the fears. Place said, if there are pastors, scoundrels, liars, teaching junky scripture, they become snacks for crocodiles. You can't lie over there for very long. They catch you lying around, boy, oh, they don't waste any time. That's precisely the place that Yahweh decided, because then He knows whatsoever comes out of that place is truth. But then some people can't even handle the truth. Can you imagine sending people then to teach? How can you go to places then you can barely understand the truth yourself? Then people go, but person talks rough. It's only this opinion. How are you going to gain understanding of the other people if you don't know how to teach? You have to understand from the Torah, from the instructions. Any section of the renewed covenant that you read, there is a section read from the Torah. Foundation of the apostles, of the prophets. Most importantly, because apostles is from pagan language, Shlishim. Yeah, because we don't like it. Come on. Do you want to continue lying to your children then? Oh, many generations to come, many generations to come? We have around 20 years. That's about it. We're going to lie then to your children, staying off for the future generations? Now, the understanding is because of then the Messiah, He then ascended, He then gave His people 1,000 years span of time that He would then direct the nations from their holy cities. Yohanan then started a holy city. He had visions of the future, and Yohanan knew at least he had a couple thousand years ahead of him. He did understand. So then was the first 1,000. His people then were in charge. Then came the persecution of the Muslims. Nahash and Satan then amongst them decided to destroy the holy cities. So he did. Then came down the angel from heaven, bound his facet of destroyer. However, his facet of deceit then remained. That's deceit, time of deceit. And it ended in 6009. We are in 6012. And then we are returning to the truth. The holy city is again in charge, giving directives. The rest of us, we receive the bonus. We get to work and do trade with the greatest nation, in terms of trade-wise speaking. And then we rebuild. Time of rebuilding. That's where we are at, because another 20 years, then this age closes. So then can you put up with your children then coming to you, when you beg Jesus? Can you put up with it? Child pure doesn't understand you, and you are being a scoundrel, not wanting to learn the truth? Now you have to say, this name doesn't exist. We did not know, but the name of the Messiah is Yahweh Yeshua. So you best remember His holy name. Let's make sure of it, okay? And then you teach them properly. Because the time is extremely short. And you don't want your children then to go down to the inferno and stay in there in torment, do you? Because the whole understanding of this church bit is a pure lie. Absolutely a pure lie. They did not know what they were translating. They simply did not. But at the moment we are becoming more educated. So we understand. So as the set apart, they have the obligation of clustering forming the holy city, as they were told by the Messiah. So we, the Gentiles, we must learn. Learn the Holy Scripture, and then we encourage the Hebraic people, you have to cluster. Please stay tuned, much more coming up.